Discover hidden streets of Rincon de Loix, new businesses, and the crowded beach. Let's dive into it. Welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. Here you'll see up-to-date, useful information videos from Benidorm town and in general Costa Blanca in Spain. Right now we are located right next to the Hotel Gala Placidia. This is one of the hotels that are slightly cheaper accommodation options. They are located not on the front line of the beach and also not on the main streets. 3-star superior hotel, really nice accommodation options. My husband used to work here, not anymore, but he used to work here, and this hotel could be recommended for all the fellow travelers. On contrary than a few others that are here nearby. So this is a good, cheaper accommodation option. Been fully refurbished some years ago, and this is actually a very good place to stay here close to all the facilities. We actually have a full video about this hotel here on the channel, so if you are interested to check it out, go to our Benidorm Hotels, Apartments and Campings playlist, where you'll find plenty of full reviews about different hotels. Honestly, on this area, there's plenty of businesses. Some of them closed down, sadly, because this is not the area for everyone. And businesses here have to work really hard in order to survive. This is also a place where people are coming for slightly quieter holidays. There are some swimming pools, there are apartments, apart hotels like these ones nearby. This is from the BCL group. This is Levante Lux, and nearby we have Levante Club and Beach and a few others. But basically the idea is that you'll get a whole entire apartment for yourself. There's some services, some cafeteria, a terrace to enjoy the sea views, or at least the sunshine whole day long. Plus the swimming pool, the garden area, and a lot of the times there's a children's playground, which is where they are able to enjoy, like in this case, for example. Very cozy, very quiet place. And if you are coming on self-catering, obviously this might be a good idea for you guys, and some people already are enjoying and swimming here nearby. This is the area that people choose if they do not want to stay next to the nightclubs, night pubs, all the entertainment places, lounges, the places that close down past midnight. And it is also suitable for children too. Here, there's not only accommodation options, but some of the new businesses have opened up recently. And there are also those who have been here for a really long time. Important thing to mention, if you have a vehicle, so if you have a car, you cannot park it right here on the green spots. Green spots are residential areas, so you're not allowed to park here unless you actually live somewhere here in the area and you have a specific mark on your car. For example, here you have Antonia Rubio Stylists, which have opened up not so long ago. In this place, at least, there's a supermarket here for best value, open whole day long. Not the cheapest option, obviously, but a good option if you need something urgently. Some more touristic apartments are in these types of buildings, mostly owned by private property owners, those who just rent it out as Airbnbs. Bermudas, which is like a bar, an international type of bar, which some locals are visiting, but at the same time tourists are visiting too. Some real estate agencies, obviously they are everywhere you go, and there's also tattoo shops here, which many people use when they come here on holidays to get a memory from their stay here. A lounge bar, which is called Mystic. This has been changed lately. Very big terrace. So far it is closed. Probably will be opening up slightly further during the day, but usually there's some nice music, like lounge music, and many cocktails and different types of drinks overall. The streets that are going towards the main Rincon de Loix Avenue are packed with businesses such as La Murada. This is a typical Spanish bar, which is called your neighborhood bar, they tell it. And it's like a beer place, a typical bar where you can get both English breakfast and also typical Spanish food. Unique Latino Colombian place. I suppose it might be selling something typical Colombian, but at the same time, it's also typical Spanish food. More supermarkets, where you can get snacks, toys for children, something for the beach, sun hats, sunscreens, and just things like these. Queen Mary Bar, everything is closed here and really quiet during daytime. It's in the evening, especially on the weekends, when these places are getting really, really busy. And that is because mostly, with an exception of stylists, hairdressers, these are all bars, so it's not going to be as busy throughout morning or daytime whenever we're filming this video. Some hotels nearby too. These are popular locations for many people. This is Server Group Hotel Rialto. 3 stars, quite affordable, I must say, comparing with other places too. Overall, here in this part of Rincon de Loix, the hotels tends to be quite affordable. Not a lot of people like it here in the area, mostly because it's not so close to the sea. Although, as you can see, it's not as far away because we can literally see it from here. However, with streets going up and down the hill, it's not an option that fits many people, especially if you're coming with children, if you're coming with boogies or mobility scooters. Going up and down might not be the best solution. Nearby, we have the Hotel Nereo as well, some more apartments that some of them are rented out for tourists, which, by the way, if you rent a private apartment, always be careful, please. Always be careful with what you see and which kind of apartment options do you see online, because sometimes you might get scammed. This is quite common, especially with private places. Businesses, obviously not, but private owners, it does happen. So be really, really careful. Another apart hotel from the BCL group. This is the Levante Beach, because it's closer to the beach, I suppose. Some of them are 2 keys, others are 3 keys. The keys on the entrance basically means how many services do they offer and what do they have inside. So the more keys, the better, or the more services you will obtain. There is also this one right here, which is the main building. This is the Levante Club, which are 2 keys apartments. Great place, once again, if you do not feel like eating the typical hotel's food, if you do not like it, or if you have dietary restrictions and you want to have something to cook for yourself, and if you feel like it, we'll just go outside and try out many of the bars and restaurants that we show you guys here on the channel. Many people think that we only show the British food and only the Girona street, but we have a full playlist of honest reviews, and there's also a playlist of Benidorm tapas. Look at the Port Benidorm Hotel. This is incredible. They finished already the upward construction. So now I suppose it's just going to be making it nice and cozy from the inside and nice looking from the outside. By 2026, it should be all good to go. And it's going to be a double of the hotel than it already was. Vincent's Pub and White Horse and a few others located here nearby too. Beloved places for a lot of tourists who have been here in Benidorm for decades and are just keen on visiting the places that they always knew and loved. Some more supermarkets. Udaco, by the way, is one of the cheaper ones, which is great. You're able to get here some groceries. But now we have Aldi and Lidl here in Rincon de Loix. So now it's way, way better. It's way more comfortable. And we can get all the foods that we know. And it's the cheapest options with a good quality to actually get some food if you are on self-catering. The Port Benidorm Hotel, by the way, 4-star hotel. Very good quality. And we've been here not only in the hotel with the inside tour, we've also been on its rooftop terrace, which is called La Terrace, situated right there in the sky. Also a great place with some of the tastiest cocktails. So if you want to check it out, don't forget you can see it in the playlist of hotels, apartments, and campings of Benidorm. Loveliest flowers everywhere you go, plenty of plants. They also have an outdoor terrace to grab a drink just to sit down and enjoy. And this hotel obviously is slightly more expensive. This is a 4-star hotel and it's situated right here, almost by the beach. There's some quick save supermarkets next door. You have bus service, by the way, in case you want to go somewhere specific. This one here goes to the shopping mall, La Marina, back and forth. So if you want to go there, bus number 2 is your best friend if you want to do some shopping. Nearby, we also have city sightseeing bus, which is this one here, 2-story bus without the roof, like a rooftop bus, with which you can either explore the whole Benidorm and Finistrat, or go to Albir and Altea to enjoy all the views and everything that it has to offer. If you've seen Benidorm, Altea probably would be our recommendation to you guys. Some more hotels right there at the top, like the Rock Gardens. But honestly, many people say that it's quite steep. The hill is, well, you can see how it is. And for small children, it is not suitable. Although if you have a boogie, if you don't mind it, many people with children and families do stay at these hotels and they're perfectly fine. But just note that the more it is up the hill, the more difficult it will be to get to the accommodation, unless you go all around it to avoid the steep hills. Right here at the beginning of the Levante Beach, all the popular beach bars, restaurants, cafeterias, the Wild Duck, the other places such as supermarkets, terraces, restaurants, all of these are obviously open because it is busier and busier each and every single day. This is a typical work day. It is Tuesday today, 27th of May, and that is the atmosphere here on the Levante Beach. Incredible amount of people everywhere you go. There's literally almost just a few spaces to actually lay down comfortably, unless it's right here by the cable ski and by all the schools of wakeboards, etc., which is not too comfortable, I must say. But front line of the beach, forget it. It's been booked from 6 in the morning. Cleaning services here nearby, checking all the beach for garbage, for litter, for things that shouldn't be on the beach. People just sitting down on the benches, enjoying their day. Plenty of people going shopping or trying out some nice terraces with privileged views towards the sea, like Cafe Roman, Bikini Bar, and many, many others. More hotels here nearby, but obviously staying in front of the Mediterranean Sea and the Levante Beach always has a price. So these accommodation options will be slightly more expensive than the others that are located further along the hidden streets of Rincon de Loix. Thank you for accompanying us in today's video. Wish you a lovely, lovely day. And we will see you here on the channel very soon. Today, exploring typical Spanish area in Benidorm. Which kind of services can you find out there and what you can expect if you are brave enough to visit these streets, which are non-typical touristic ones. Stay tuned for the video this evening. We wish you great holidays in Benidorm. Stay safe, hydrate yourselves, wear sunscreen and sun hat, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.